Are you done? I'll come to that. Does that statement indicate that Mr. Njenga was in possession?
No, Your Honor.
That he attended a meeting?
No, Your Honor.
That he addressed a meeting?
No, Your Honor.
That he invited individuals?
No, Your Honor.
That he provided his home for purpose of that use?
No, Your Honor.
And that he permitted the house to be provided, or the home for that purpose?
No, Your Honor.
Yes?
No, Your Honor.
Does it indicate anything of that nature?
No, Your Honor.
Yes. Njenga and who?
John Maina Njenga Kamuni.
Yes, what did they do?
On 11th May 2023, at Njiru area in Nakuru North sub-county, within Nakuru County, jointly with others not before court. Permitted your outcome.
No, yeah, this is count 8.
This is count 7, sorry. Count 8, yeah, possession of a firearm without a firearm certificates. That's count 8.
The two of them were in possession, correct?
The particular Shawana are that John Maina Njenga and Daudi Mwangi on the 12th May 2023 at Njiru area in Nakuru North sub-county within Nakuru County, joined with another before court were found in possession of a pistol made token with the first serial number without firearms.
How many individuals were arrested on the 12th?
8, Your Honor.
Did you see Mr. Maina Njenga there?
No, Your Honor.
Yes?
I did not see Mr. Njenga, Your Honor.
And how was this Tokre pistol discovered? Tokre.
It was discovered in one of the rooms within the ministry.
Who was in control of that room?
We were given access.
Who was in control between the two of them?
At the time, there wasn't anybody in the building.
Yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you find Mr. Maina Njenga in that room?
No, Your Honor.
Did you find Mr. Daudi in that particular room?
No, Your Honor. Mr. Daud was at the gate as well.
He was at the gate?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes? So it is not true that you are found in possession, correct?
Your Honor, the IO
it is not true. I'm asking you not about the IO.
Your Honor.
Mr. Njenga was not present, correct?
He was not present.
And therefore it is not correct that he was in possession of that pistol, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And equally well, you found a watchman, an innocent hustler, at a gate, and then you accuse him of being in possession of the pistol, correct?
I did not accuse him, Your Honor.
You are here to testify that he was found in possession of that outlawed firearm, correct?
I'm here to testify, Your Honor.
Is that not what you are here to do? To testify that he was in possession of an outlawed firearm?
No, Your Honor.
What are you here to do?
I was here to testify on the recoveries made, Your Honor, and I have stated.
Where did you do the recoveries from?
The main house, Your Honor.
How did it get there?
I do not know, Your Honor.
And where is that firearm?
It's before court, Your Honor.
Did you identify it?
Yes, Your Honor, I identified it before court.
Where is it? Which one did you identify? And note my question, whether you have identified that firearm in court today.
Yes, Your Honor, please.
That is what you identified today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have interacted with that pistol today?
Today, it's not the first time
I'm asking today before the court, not where you are doing your abracadabras in police station.
Yes,
you brought and identified before this court today that pistol?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What make is it?
It's a Tokarev pistol, Your Honor.
Yes. How did you identify that as a Tokarev? Are you a ballistic officer?
No,
expert?
I'm not a ballistic officer.
How did you identify it as a Tokarev?
Your Honor, as a...
How did you identify it as a...
The insignia, Your Honor, the star mark here is always in reference to a Tokarev.
So are you a barista?
No, Your Honor, no.
Yes? Who identifies firearms? Are you trained in that field?
We have basic training.
Are you trained as a firearm?
Ballistics, no, Your Honor.
Yeah? And it was your evidence that it was defaced. What exactly did you mean?
That always firearms have their serial numbers. But
yes.
In this case, meaning it was not visible.
Yes, where was that firearm discovered from?
The firearm was discovered in a wardrobe, Your Honor.
Who discovered it, and were you there during the discovery?
Yes, I was there, Your Honor.
Yes.
PC Karani was the one.
How was it recovered?
It was recovered, Your Honor, by PC Karani.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you have a scene of crime officer?
No, Your Honor.
Is Mr. Karani one?
No, Your Honor.
Are you one?
No, Your Honor.
Yes. Did you do the normal recovery procedures?
Yes, Your Honor. Normal recovery procedures.
Did you do the normal recovery procedures, Mr. Witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
What exactly did you do?
Always when we recover an
Not always.
fire.
I'm asking in respect to this case.
Yes, Your Honor. When you recover an unattended fire.
Yes, when it was recovered, not when you recover.
Yes.
When it was recovered.
As procedure, you treat it first as
Singular.
fire.
Or participle. Yes.
Your Honor. That's the procedure.
So what exactly happened? Take us through the process
Your Honor.
on this particular day.
So, Your Honor, whenever you recover.
Not whenever. On that day, what
So
happened?
on this day, Your Honor, when PC Karani recovered this fire, Your Honor, the first thing is that you assume it's
not he assumes. What did he do?
I'm trying to explain the.
No. I want you to tell us. Nini kilichofanyika hiyo siku?
Yes, Your Honor. So when PC Karani recovered.
And if you don't understand English, we can get an interpreter for you for purpose of that evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, always a police officer would first make that fire.
I don't want that hypothetical situation. I want you to speak to the events of that day.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
So after making the firearm safe, Your Honor, PC Karani handed over the same to.
I want to see how was it discovered.
In conducting the search, Your Honor, PC Karani.
Yes, you have now gone and conducted a search. You have opened the drawers.
Yes.
We find there is a firearm. Yes.
Yes.
What happened next?
The first thing is that you make it safe.
Yes, it was made safe. How was it made safe?
Your Honor, by making safe is that you ensure there is no ammunition in the chamber.
Yes, how was it done?
It was uncorked, it was NSP's there.
Who did it?
He did normal safety.
So you're saying he picked it up from the from the drawer, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, how did he pick it up?
And it's no,
How did he pick it up?
he picked it up, Your Honor, as a normally how you can pick it up.
With your hands, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did he protect contamination of evidence?
No, Your Honor.
He never protected contamination of the evidence, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that means, therefore, that this was not taken for further forensic examination, correct?
I do not know whether it was.
No, listen, Mr. Witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Karaoke,
Karani.
Mr. Karani
Yes, Your Honor.
picked this firearm with his bare hands, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And therefore, he contaminated very crucial evidence of determining how the firearm found itself there, correct?
Your Honor.
Yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
And therefore, you cannot tell whether it's Mr. Njenga or Mr. Daudi Mwangi who had brought that firearm in that particular drawer.
I can't say, Your Honor.
Yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how was the drawer opened? Did he protect the contamination of that evidence? To know whether Mr. Njenga or Mr. Daudi ever drew the drawer for purpose of depositing the gun?
He opens the drawer, Your Honor.
Did he protect that evidence?
No, Your Honor.
Yes?
No, Your Honor.
Does that ring bells to you? That this is a fabricated case that was intended to fix and square out political interests and other interests?
I cannot say so, Your Honor.
Yes? Is it normal for a firearm that has been discovered, for an officer well trained, and especially a person of your caliber with a BSc in criminology, to contaminate evidence?
No, Your Honor.
Yes? Was there a lapse?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was there a lapse of procedure?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you therefore able to say between Mr. Karani, Mr. Daudi, and Mr. Maina Njenga, who was the real owner of that gun?
We found it.
Are you able to tell, not where you found it, I'm now becoming scientific. Scientifically, in terms of forensic analysis, are you able to tell exactly among the three of them who owns the gun?
if it was taken for further analysis, Your Honor, it can also tell you whether...
I'm not asking hypothetically, because now tuko hapa sasa. Sio unasema. Are you able to tell?
What I can tell you, Your Honor,
are you able to tell yes or no?
Where it was found.
Not, we know where it was found.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking, in terms of forensic analysis and scientific analysis of evidence from a criminology perspective,
yes,
are you able to tell?
Yes, Your Honor, there are cases of multiple DNA presence.
No, I'm asking, are you able to tell who the actual owner of that gun as at that time is? You reckon today we have touched the gun, we have touched it, the prosecutor has touched it? Yes? So are you able to tell exactly?
By isolation of DNA presence, Your Honor, you can tell who has been in contact with.
Are you aware that it has been done?
I am not aware.
Yes?
I'm not aware.
Yeah?
I'm not aware, Your Honor.
So that's very usual. It is very usual for things to be done in that casual manner.
No, Your
In
Honor.
the police service.
No, Your Honor.
So I put it to you that the police that planted that gun in that particular drawer for purposes of fixing the individuals charged herein. And that is why you never found it worth to carry out proper protection of contamination of evidence. Yes?
No, Your Honor.
When was that gun brought there? Was it brought on the 11th? Was it brought on the 12th?
I do not know.
Yes?
I do not know.
When was it brought?
I cannot say.
You know you have several days for when this offense was committed.
Yes, Your Honor.
When was it brought?
I cannot say when was it.
Yes? Who brought it?
I do not know.
Yes? And by the way, how many people accessed that room where the gun was allegedly recovered from?
During the recovery, Your Honor,
Yes.
I was present.
You were present,
The
yes?
civilians were present.
Yes?
Corporal Visoi was present.
Yes?
And Corporal Njiru was present.
Yes?
And Inspector Ndegwa was present.
All those are police officers.
And the three civilians.
No, no. The three civilians, yes? Did you take out an inventory for it?
In the room.
Yes.
We did
Did you take out an inventory for it?
At the room, no, Your Honor.
Do you have photos evidencing the presence of the individuals who are in that particular room?
No, Your Honor.
Was it necessary?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why was it not done?
Your Honor, it was covered by the inventory that was...
Why was it not done? The photos. Why was it not taken?
I cannot say, Your Honor.
Yes? You cannot tell because your guilt is eating into your consciousness, correct?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Witness,
Your Honor.
at what exact time was the gun discovered?
I can't say the exact time, Your Honor. But
Yes.
it must be around 6 in the morning.
No, did you record that in your statement?
No, Your Honor.
Yes? Is it there in the inventory?
No, Your Honor.
What is normally captured in an inventory?
It's
And
the,
who takes out the inventory?
it's the place where those recoveries have been made.
Yes? Who takes it out?
Takes out in making.
Who records?
The person recording it is always the investigating officer or can assign any other officer. Your Honor.
Yes. In this case, Mr. Misoi was the assigned IO for that case.
Yes, Your Honor.
When is one assigned a case?
From the initial stages.
Yeah, from the initial stages. So even that time you are leaving, wherever you left, Mr. Misoi was designated IO, yes?
I do not know how they arranged, Your Honor.
No, I'm asking, he went there as a designated and as an identified IO, correct?
I think so, Your Honor.
Yes. And then when you have a designated IO, who does the discoveries?
The discoveries were done there.
Are they done by the police officer, as long as the police officer can discover anything, or specifically the IO
The presence of the
takes
IO
control
is crucial, Your Honor.
in the process of the recovery? Yes?
Such an recoveries.
Have you seen any inventory that Mr. Misoi has confirmed that he was there at the time of the recovery?
Yes, Your Honor, the one we referred.
Have you seen any inventory or statement by Mr. Misoi indicating his role in the discovery of that alleged pistol?
Maybe.
You have his statement there. Don't do maybe.
Okay,
This is not a maybe place. Maybe you can go to a police station. So,
let me refer to the statement of
yeah, sorry. Those guessworks, you leave them at the police station, not here. I'm just about to be done, Mr. Witness. It will be a bit faster.
A bit, Your Honor.
Yes?
Part of his statements reads, we then proceeded to the master bedroom, where after her search, a total pistol serial number in principle was recovered by deceased Karan.
Who is this we?
It's a...
The constituent of the police officers you mentioned, correct?
It's his statement, sir.
Yeah?
The statement of the elite listen.
Were you there when the photos were photos taken?
Yes, sure.
The photos that you've just shown us at, as Your Honor,
PMFI 19.
yes. You were there when you were being taken, correct?
Yes, sure.
What time were they taken?
It was taken after we had made the recoveries.
After you had made the discoveries.
Yes.
What time? Because time is of the essence.
I cannot tell the exact time.
Yes?
I cannot tell the exact time.
You cannot tell the time when it was discovered, correct?
Exact time, Your Honor, but it was all between...
No, I'm not asking the guesswork here. You cannot tell when it
I
was
cannot tell the
discovered.
exact time.
You cannot tell when the photos were taken.
Because it was an...
You cannot tell, yes?
I cannot tell you.
Who took the photos? Mr. Witness, that's a very simple question. You were there when the photos were being taken, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who took the photos? Which officer took the photos?
It was one officer from the scenes of crime.
Yeah, the specific officer. You know all the officers that were there, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Which specific officer took the photos?
I cannot remember when...
You cannot remember.
Yes?
Yes?
The specific officer, Your Honor.
How many officers were you? You mentioned them, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Among the ones that you mentioned,
Your Honor.
who took out the activity of taking the photos?
The scenes of crime officer, Your
The
Honor.
scene of crime. Among the ones that you have mentioned, who was the scene of crime? Because he must have been the one who took the photos, correct? Am I right?
No, Your Honor, the ones I mentioned.
No.
the
You
ones-
mentioned officers while we had an outbreak in
There's no scene of crime officer.
There was no scene of crime
on the list,
officer.
yes, Your Honor.
And therefore it is not true that the photos were taken by a scene of crime officer. You are there for lying, correct?
They was taken by scenes of crime officer. I stated, Your Honor, that they were
Listen,
taken.
who was the scene of crime officer in this case? Just mention his name. You remember and recall all the officers, correct?
Your Honor, it must have been...
I don't want you to say it must have been. A scene officer is you know, a scene officer, crime officer must be a gazetted officer, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So who among the individuals, officers, was a gazetted scene of crime officer?
I cannot remember now, Your Honor.
How many officers were in that room?
During the search, Your Honor.
Yes, for this specific discovery of this gun.
Yes.
How many officers were in that room?
He was present, Miso was present, Karan was
How
present.
many officers?
There were 5, Your Honor.
There were 5. Yes, mention their names.
Karan was present.
Mr. Karani was present. Is he a gazetted scene of crime officer?
No, Your Honor.
Number 2.
I was present.
You are present. Are you a gazetted scene of crime officer?
No, Your Honor.
Number 3.
Misoi was present.
Mr. Misoi, is he a gazetted scene of crime officer?
No, Your Honor.
Number 4.
And then
Mr. Kenyanjui, is he a gazetted scene of crime officer?
No, Your Honor.
So this evidence was not discovered by a scene of crime officer, correct?
No, they were not discovered by a scene of crime officer.
And therefore the photos that you brought before this court were therefore not taken by a scene of crime officer, correct?
They were taken by a scene of crime officer.
When were they taken?
After the discovery.
After the discovery?
Yes.
Which date?
The same date, Your Honor.
What time?
Around 6, Your Honor, but I
6 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the evening?
morning, Your Honor.
Yes? Who invited that scene of crime?
Mr. Langat, Your Honor, made the invitation.
Yes. How did he make the invitation?
He must have made a phone call, Your Honor.
So he was not among the individuals who moved with you to the scene?
Yes, Your Honor.
Correct?
Yes.
Do you recall Mr. Maina Senior, Mr. Evans Mungiki, showing you the statement by Mr. Wallis Langat?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that Mr. Langat had anticipated these occurrences? That he had anticipated he's going to fight some drugs? He anticipated he's going to fight some pistols?
Yes, Your Honor, from the statement.
Therefore, if he had anticipated this, had he not anticipated that they were to be discovered and properly processed?
He would have anticipated, Your Honor.
Therefore, if he anticipated that, why did he invite the move with the scene of crime officer?
I cannot say.
All right. I leave it at that. But now, how are these photos taken? Were you present when they were being taken?
Your Honor,
were you present or you're not present?
I was not present in the room.
You're not present?
Yes.
So it means that you discovered this evidence, went with it, and then photos were taken later?
It's not later, Your Honor. It's just...
Where were you when the photos were being taken?
I was downstairs, Your Honor.
You are downstairs?
Yes.
You therefore do not know who took the photos, correct?
I cannot remember.
You do not know, correct or not correct,
Yes,
Mr. Witness?
yes, Your Honor.
And if you cannot even testify before this court that a scene of crime officer ever visited that place, correct? Correct or not correct? You are under oath.
He visited, Your Honor.
What was his name? Or her name?
Your Honor, I can't remember.
You cannot remember?
Yes.
What instrument is used for taking these photos?
Camera.
A camera.
Yes.
Which type of a camera?
I do not know.
Yes?
I do not know which type of camera.
Do you still feel competent enough, Mr. Witness, to continue testifying before this court and
Yes,
consulting and giving us lies?
I'm not lying, Your Honor.
So what instrument, what camera, I'm not asking the scientific magnification of the cameras, but you must be able to identify the instruments. In this case, which instrument was used?
Photographs are taken by a camera.
By a camera.
Yes.
For example, if I may therefore say, I just give you an example. Did it resemble this one? It may not be the specific model, but did it resemble that one?
They always use a digital camera.
Yeah, this is a digital camera, correct? It resembles that one, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Therefore, if I show you evidence of how the camera was taken, will you be surprised? Sorry, how the photos were taken, will you be surprised?
That they were taken by what, Your Honor?
Yes, if I show you that the cameras, this camera was not present, or this type of a camera was not present at the scene, will you be surprised? No, I'm referring to DMFI 7. Hebu soma hapo nimeunderline paragraph 1.
On the 16th day of May 2023, at 9 a.m., I received a phone memory
He
card.
received what?
A phone stroke memory card.
Who is that receiving a phone? What is the designation of that officer?
Simon Kamore.
Simon Kamore. Do you know him?
Yes, I know him.
What is he?
He's crime scene investigations. Nakuru.
Crime scene investigation?
Nakuru.
But what is he doing? Is he the one saying I have or saying that he received?
He says he received.
Does that therefore mean that he was at the scene or not?
He says
He received, alipewa, sivyo?
Yes.
Yule mtu ambaye amepewa, anapewa akiwepo ama akiwa ameletewa?
Anapewa akiwa ameletewa.
Asante. What did he use?
He received a memory card paired to a phone.
So it is not true your evidence is not true that there was a camera present and that the scene of crime officer was present. You are therefore lying, correct?
There was a sense of frame present.
What did he use to take the photos?
A camera, Your Honor.
And what does the memoir say?
He says he received a phone stroke memory card.
Do you recognize that memo?
Yes,
Or you want to distance yourself from it?
No, Your Honor, this
Is it authentic?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes? Is it from the police officers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes?
Yes.
Well, who has written that memo to Mr. Kamore? Is your senior, correct? He says he received it from who?
He received from Mr. Langat, Your Honor.
Mr. Langat,
Yes, Your Honor.
your senior, correct?
Yes.
Is Mr. Langat a scene of crime officer, gazetted one?
No, Your Honor.
Yes?
No.
But he's the one who took the photos with his camera, with his phone, correct?
As per the memo, Your Honor.
As per the memo.
Yes.
So you are therefore lying that this type of a camera was present at the scene, correct?
Your Honor, I'm not lying.
You are lying, right or not right?
I'm not lying. Your
Give me the document. And therefore, do you still stand with your evidence that the camera was at the scene?
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
So between you and Mr. Langat and Mr. Kamore, who is lying?
Mr. Kamore might have been
Who is lying? I'm not asking you whether he
I'm
might.
not lying, Your Honor.
So your seniors are lying, correct?
No, Your Honor.
You know, it's either you are lying or Mr. Kamore and Mr. Langat are lying.
I'm not lying.
Because you cannot, it is not possible that you saw two different things or two different events took place. Is it possible?
I'm not lying, Your Honor.
Is it possible that two different events took place on that particular day? A camera was present and a photo was present, correct? And sorry, and a photo was present, correct?
Sometimes, Your Honor, police officers also do take photographs using their mobile phones.
And that's what happened in this case, correct?
I was not aware of Mr. Langat's statement.
So where are the photos that were taken through the use of the camera?
I do not know, Your Honor.
You don't know this. Let's finish up this charge sheet. We are now at each page. We are now at count number 9. What is the offense and what are the particulars?
Count number 9, Your Honor.
Yes.
Possession of ammunition without a firearm certificate.
Yes.
It says
What were found?
particulars are John Maina and Njenga,
Yes.
Mungiki on the 12th of May 2023 at the Njiru area in Nakuru North Sub-County within Nakuru County, joined with another before court, were found in possession of 3 rounds of 9mm blank ammunition without a firearm
Were they
certificates.
discovered from their pockets?
No, Your Honor.
Were they discovered from their house?
It was discovered from Maina, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes.
Was it discovered from Mr. Maina Njenga?
From the information.
Was it discovered from, was it repossessed from Mr. Maina Njenga?
Not from Mr. Maina.
How about Mr. Daudi?
No, Your Honor.
Yes? And this route of ammunitions, they were blank. What do you exactly mean by being blank?
A blank ammunition, Your Honor, is an ammunition that lacks bullets head.
It's what?
It lacks the bullets head, Your Honor.
So it can't fire.
It fires, but it has no the bullets head. That's not
The bullet end is what?
It's the one that's when the firearm fires, it's the one that hits the targets.
Yes.
So these ones are just that they produce sound.
They have those rows of ammunitions. This is what was discovered.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes?
Yes.
And who fired them?
It's always fired by the ballistics, Your Honor.
So it is a ballistic who fired all these ammunitions.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right?
Yes.
So was the ballistic at the scene at the time of the discovery?
No, Your Honor.
Therefore, is it possible that the ballistic, if it was not at the scene, how then were they fired? How did they become blank? How did they attain their current status?
These are no longer.
How did they attain? You know they were discovered blank, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right?
Yes.
But you say it is a ballistic who fires, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was the ballistic at the scene of crime on that particular day?
No, Your Honor.
So who fired them?
It's a ballistics officer, Your Honor.
You know, we are not here for kids play.
Your Honor,
We are not here for kids play.
when ammunitions are taken for ballistics,
So when were they fired? What?
after they were taken to
So it is not true, therefore you discovered them blank, correct? If they were fired later, it is not therefore possible that you discovered them in this state, correct?
it's not in this state, Your Honor. They were
You never discovered them in this state.
No, Your Honor.
What state were they in?
For a blank cartridge, Your Honor, the tip
Is this a
used
cartridge or an ammunition?
a cartridge and ammunition in
So what is it?
the company serial numbers.
An accompanying serial number.
Yes.
Why is it important for ammunition to have or to bear the manufacturer's identities?
For monitoring of use.
For monitoring of use and for ease of identification, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what is the purpose of a serial number in an ammunition?
It's the same, Your Honor, for monitoring of use and dispatch.
Are those two elements or characters used while taking stock of these ammunitions?
We take stock of ammunition by use of caliber. That's a
No. I'm speaking about this.
Yes.
When you are taking when you go to the scene of crime, how will you identify what you've collected or what you've discovered?
It's by the caliber of the ammunitions collected.
The caliber means the millimeters and all that.
Yes, sir.
Right. So it is not important for you to identify them with their serial numbers or their manufacturer's identifications.
It's also important.
It is important. Was that done? Do you have your inventory? Was that done? Look at the inventory. Was that done?
It indicates three rounds of 9mm blanks.
Was the bullet identified by their manufacturer or by the serial number?
No, Your Honor.
What of? Is there a bullet that is identified in that character?
It's identified in the caliber, Your Honor.
Are we able to tell where these bullets came from?
Yes, Your Honor, they were the ones that were inside the magazine, Your Honor.
Yes. So who serialized them this way? You can see there is a serial number. Identify whether this or that one has a serial number.
This one?
No.
This one?
Does that bullet have a serial number? Or blank ammunition, that's called it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Was it captured in the inventory? Was it captured in the inventory?
No, Your Honor.
What of this one? Was it captured?
No, Your Honor.
What of this one?
No, Your Honor.
Were they captured?
No, Your Honor.
Is it normal or something just usual? What was by design?
No, Your Honor. Normally we make
Was it usual? No. Here we're in a criminal case, we are not in an armory.
Yes.
We are not in a police station. We are not in an army barracks. We are in a plain court, a civilian court.
Yes, Your Honor.
A civilian court that needs to show that identification of these bullets came from Mr. Maina, Njenga and Daudi, and that were not planted along the way. How will the court be able to arrive to that conclusion in the absence of that? The judge is not a military officer, the magistrate is not a police officer, the magistrate is a layman in those issues.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just like I am. So how will the magistrate be able to identify that these bullets came from Mr. Maina, Njenga?
Your Honor, the statement of the...
No, how is he able to identify? How?
the caliber, Your Honor.
Yes. So how many bullets or ammunition spares that type of calibers?
There are numerous ones.
Millions and millions,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
Therefore, this could be part and part of the millions, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. But are you able to tell when they were fired?
Your Honor, I believe I can refer to the ballistics report.
You have it? You have the ballistic report? Give me the ballistic report. Who can assist? And noting that we
Can I check? my responsibility as an elder to this young man and telling him we have not been served with that. We will start opening a Pandora's box. We objected to something earlier. We cannot not start taking the opposite.
Do you have the ballistic report?
We have not served as a week.
Was it produced before this court? Were you prepared in the morning when you were coming for this trial? Were you briefed in the morning that you would come and testify on these examinations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you told whether or not the ballistic report was produced?
I was not told whether it was produced, but I was informed that
So,
firearm was taken for ballistic.
So, this firearm,
Your Honor.
and before I go to the firearms, has it ever fired?
I do not know what the ballistics report says.
Has it ever fired?
I do not know, Your Honor.
Was it tested on that day by the officer?
At the same Your Honor?
Yes. So I'm just about to finish up with you. Look at charge number 10.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, what does it say?
Possession of imitation firearm, contract section
Who was
34.1.
found to be in possession of those in the invitation?
These are Maina and Njenga.
Yes.
Njenga.
When was he found to be in possession of that?
This is on 12th May.
When and what time?
On the 12th of May 2023.
You confirm that Mr. Maina Njenga was found in possession of that invitation?
I'm not confirming so, Your Honor. I'm stating the charge.
So I'm asking, are you confirming that he was found in possession of that firearm?
As earlier stated, Your Honor, Mr. Njenga was not present.
What of Mr. Daudi?
Mr. Daudi was present, however, he was at the gate.
Was he found in possession?
No, Your Honor.
Yes. And where was this alleged pistol? Was it inside the pillow, stuck in the pillow, or on the pillow?
It was inside the pillowcase.
Inside?
Yes.
That means the pillow had some opening, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where is the pillow? Where is the pillow before this court? I'm not asking about the photos.
I do not have.
Was it discovered? Was it collected?
It was not collected.
Why did you collect it? A crucial piece of evidence to come identify where Mr. Maina Njenga and Mr. Daudi had hidden these ammunitions. You don't pick it. Where is it?
Your Honor, it was not collected.
It was not collected. Whose responsibility was it to collect, Mr. Maina Njenga or Mr. Daudi?
The investigating officer, Your Honor.
Investigating officer. Did he fail you? Do you feel let down?
With the photographic evidence.
No, I'm not asking about the photographic evidence. The pillow.
Your Honor.
Where, do you know where it could be?
I do not know.
Do you know one Mr. Njiru Lobun?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who is he to you?
He was he's an inspector, Your Honor.
Was he present during the time of the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did he witness the discovery of that fake ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will refer you to this paragraph. And you confirm that the thing was hidden inside the pillow.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right?
Yes.
Just read that paragraph where the lady will show you. And you confirm that he was present, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Just read, what did he say in the statement? Confirm whether that is...
And it was hidden.
No, confirm whether that is a statement from that...
This is a statement of IP Njiru Lobun.
Is that a statement?
Of Planet Police Station. Yes, Your Honor.
When was it taken down?
On 17th May 2023.
On the 17th May.
Yes.
What is he saying?
The one you highlighted, it says, and it was hidden on the pillow.
On
the pillow.
You understand English, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
What does the word on mean?
Above.
Above. So, who between you and Mr. Ekuru is lying?
I'm not lying, Your Honor.
So your senior is lying, correct? All through, your seniors that were in charge of this trial have concocted lies and statements of untruthfulness, correct?
No, Your Honor.
So who between you and that officer is lying? You say it was inside, you says it was on.
It was inside the pillow case.
So who between the two of you is lying? There must be one of you is either speaking the truth and the other lying.
I'm speaking the truth, Your Honor.
So your colleague is now lying, correct?
I cannot comment, sorry.
And that's why you never brought the pillow, because the pillow case has never been an issue in this case, correct? You still feel competent enough?
Yes, Your Honor.
So who between the two of you is lying? You must answer me that question.
I'm not lying, Your Honor.
Who between the two of you is lying?
He must have erred in his recording of statements.
So he erred, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that error is a fundamental error, correct? Is a fundamental error in this case as to how and where the alleged gun was, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Give me this. Did you also look at the statement by Mr. And before I go to that, you said it was homemade.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who came to that conclusion that that was a homemade pistol?
With the appearance of the...
Well, not appearance. Who came with that conclusion that this is a homemade?
We generally, all of us who are present, Your Honor, came.
So who came up with that conclusion?
We all came up with a conclusion.
You all came up with the conclusion. How did you come up with that conclusion?
With the appearance of the same pistol, Your Honor.
The appearance of the same
You
pistol.
can tell that it's not an actual firearm.
Yes. Was it capable of firing?
That's now...
Was it capable from the appearance? You have dealt with ammunitions and firearms, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
For example, if I may ask you that that one is capable of firing, what would you say?
I would say, Your Honor,
What would you say in that respect if all factors were constant?
unless for an opinion of an expert.
No, it's not. I don't want an expert.
Yes.
I'm asking for your general opinion as a police officer.
Yes.
Yes. Is that firearm capable of firing?
The chances that they are capable of firing are higher.
They are higher. What of the other one? Where is it? May I have it? Yes. What of that one? Just have a look at it. Yes. Does it have a trigger?
Yeah.
Does it have a trigger?
It has a resemblance.
Does it have a trigger?
It has a resemblance.
I'm not asking you the resemblance.
Yes.
Does it have a trigger? Can you trigger that thing?
From the appearance, Your Honor, you cannot.
You cannot trigger. What causes fire in that particular instrument?
A fire?
Can it discharge without triggering?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Witness,
Your Honor.
do you feel ashamed of yourself by going out there collecting CBC materials and bringing them before this court? Do you feel pity for yourself?
Your Honor, I can't.
Do you feel pity for yourself? Yes or no?
I can't feel ashamed for
Do you feel-
something
you don't feel
they
guilty?
just do.
Is this how Kenyans have paid you and employed you to do your job?
Your Honor, you're painting a picture.
Is that how and why Kenyans have employed you to protect them, to maintain law and order? Is this how you do it?
Your Honor, our Kenyan
Do you
citizens-
recall you being cross-examined on the question of accountability and transparency
and integrity also, Your Honor?
and integrity?
Yes.
Is that thing capable of firing?
That's why we request.
Is it capable of firing in the absence of a trigger? Yes or no?
In the absence of a trigger, Your Honor, no.
So, what threat was it posing? And how was it to be used in the organization of this Mungiki thing? And who was to use it?
I do not know, Your Honor, who was to use it.
Yes, how was it to be used?
Your Honor, in most cases,
How was it to be used?
I do not know how was it to be used.
How was it to be applied?
I do not know, Your Honor.
Look at count number 6, number 9.
Possession of ammunitions
Yes,
without the firearm certificates.
yes, who is, read the particulars, no, but number 9. That's not number 11, sorry.
And the 11, Your Honor, is
Very
possession
fine.
of government stores.
Yes,
Contract section 3.4.
the government stores.
Yes.
Which were those government stores?
It says, Your Honor, on the 12th of May 2023, at Kibugo area in Njiru sub-county within Nakuru County was found in possession of government stores to which military bag
Yes.
property.
Where is that government store?
I do not know, Your Honor.
Where is the government store? Just give me all the items. See, excuse me, what are you doing there? You are not witnesses. Just give me all the what was discovered. Please just get out of the evidence area. Tokeni hapo tafadhali. Hapa ni mahakamani, si station. Don't see the evidence. So those items, where were they discovered from?
No, Your Honor, I'm interacting with them for the first time.
Yes?
Yes.
You cannot say where they are discovered from.
No, Your Honor.
But you are here as a witness
Yes, Your Honor.
to testify to all the charges that have been labeled against our clients, correct? Correct or not correct, Mr. Witness?
Correct, Your Honor.
And therefore you understand that our client is facing a charge of being in possession of garment store, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And therefore those are the stores that were in possession, yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Which government? Which government is laying a claim to those items?
They are not branded.
Which government is laying a claim to those items? And what are they? Just identify them one by one. And you tell us where each was recovered, because you have been briefed.
I have not been.
Okay, what are you holding on your right hand?
This is a pouch, a military pouch.
A military pouch. Which military?
I cannot tell which military, Your Honor.
Who is laying a claim to that? Is anybody laying a claim?
I do not know, Your Honor.
Yes, number 2.
This is a strap.
Yes. What is it for?
All these things
And
are.
how is it garment stores? You need some water?
I have water, Your Honor.
So how is that garment stores? How is that item government stores, Mr. Witness?
Your Honor, with the appearance and the nature of military appearance,
How is it government stores? What identification have you placed on it to identify this as garment stores?
I have not placed any identification, Your Honor.
And what is that?
This is also a pouch.
Where was it discovered from?
I do not know, Your Honor.
And what is that?
Part of a strap.
Yes, and now, excuse me, just hold it. Usikuwe na haraka, sio moto. How is that garment store?
It forms part of this.
How is it government stores? How is that item government stores?
It forms part of this.
How is it government stores, Mr. Witness?
I can't tell you.
You can't tell.
Because
Next.
It lacks any engraving. Also, this a pouch.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Which government is laying a claim on that one?
I did not show you.
Have you seen any record from any police station indicating that government has lost those items?
No, Your Honor.
Right. What is that?
These are also pouches.
How is it government stores and which government?
It has no writings, Your Honor.
Yes. Which government?
I did not know, Your Honor.
Next. And even perhaps even just to expedite you, confirm what are
These are also straps, Your Honor.
Yes. I want to lead you somewhere, yes?
These are caps.
Yes.
And also a pouch.
What are those? Just hold them.
These are caps.
What are caps?
A cap.
Let me see that. What is that?
These are military cap.
Military cap.
Yes,
Who puts on this one?
It's normally worn by military officers.
Which military?
Given the kind
Which military is laying a claim on these ones?
I do not know which it is.
Right? Now, how about look at your inventory and lead us to where that is indicated or listed in your inventory. The inventory is there. You have been looking at it. You can be assisted. You are willing to assist before. Assist him now. Confirm that you're looking at an inventory, yes?
Yes, sir.
What is the date of that inventory?
12th May, Your Honor.
12th of May.
Yes.
Who took out that inventory?
From the inventory shown, I don't see a reference to government stores.
No, I'm saying, I'm asking who took out that inventory? Is it one of your, who took it out?
Eric Maina.
Eric Maina.
Yes, Your Honor.
PW1, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
PW1, yes?
Yes.
What does that inventory relate to? Does it relate to this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Confirm whether or not the government stores are listed as part of what was discovered.
They are not listed, Your Honor.
Yes?
Yes.
So where did those ones come from?
I do not know. I'm interacting with them.
Where did they come from? You were there when the inventory was being written, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how many inventories are on that particular document?
These are two, with the one referring to the previous one.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
You confirm that there were discoveries that were made from a particular. Yes?
Your Honor.
Yes? Hizo
Yes, Your Honor.
zilitoka wapi katika hii kesi?
I cannot tell, Your Honor, because
how do those items relate to the proceedings before this court?
Your Honor, I'm being presented with an inventory.
My learned colleague needs to explain why he's handing over a file quietly. Because earlier on, when we wanted him to show the witness the record, he was reluctant to offer to give hours. Now he's quiet, he's with a big file. And showing things we don't know what he's showing. So maybe he needs, as not as a witness, but as counsel, to explain what he's showing the witness so that we can relate. Because this is what we're complaining about.
Your Honor, counsels are asking questions on inventories that are not specified on which particular inventory. In the case, we have a number of inventories. They're just asking questions, not ready to report. So that is why I've given the witness all the inventories so that we can be able to answer the question.
Unless my colleague is at the meeting, that we are not surprised with everything. because we cannot have piecemeal information. The inventories we have are actually just two. One details something and the other says in fact. So it is confusing how already you made a ruling earlier and we agreed to live with it. Now it's saying it's showing the witness all the inventories, some of which we do not know or have seen. So he needs to possibly apply for an adjournment, makes copies of the inventories he gives us, not that we admit them into evidence, at least they inform our minds as to how to proceed with the case. But we cannot surprise us by ambush and say, now the witness has withheld the inventories.
Yes,
the
yes.
inventories we have are dated.
Mr. Let's not even go there. I think that issue, you people are preempting. I think it would have arisen from yourself.
Yes, sir.
If you would have made any reference to any handing over of a file, let's not discuss that.
Yes,
pose your question. If he is making reference to any document that is not within
yes,
your possession,
yes,
then an objection will arise from there.
Yeah.
That is handing over a file should not raise any issue, and we should not be deliberating about that. Pose your question, Mr. Njiru.
Are those items recorded in any inventory that is before this court? And if yes, kindly indicate it to the court.
Yes, Your Honor, been supplied to an inventory dated 12th May 2023 at 18:30 hours.
Yes, which one is that? And the legal statement is?
No, Your Honor, it's not in this document.
Yes?
Yes.
So it is not a copy that is before this court, correct?
I do not know if it's before court, Your Honor.
I put it to you, what is recorded in that inventory for us just to cross check? In respect to those government stores?
Government stores, purchase cream, 7.
Which is that inventory? Lead us to where it is.
It's not in the document.
It's not in our documents, correct? So it is not, you are testifying on materials that were not shared to the defense, that have not been introduced before this court previously, and therefore you are trying to court and validate your case, correct?
Your Honor, I stated that I'm referring to, I'm interacting with these recoveries for the first time now, Your Honor.
So that document is not before this court and has not been made reference to previously, correct? You are not aware.
I'm not aware, Your Honor.
Correct. And therefore, whatever you have brought is new discoveries that do not form part and parcel of this trial.
It forms, Your Honor, since
do you feel ashamed?
It forms because they are in.
I think again, as a
yes.
I will say this.